In the small, secluded village of Blackwood, a dark secret lurked beneath the moonlit nights. Legend had it that a curse had befallen their land, transforming innocent souls into savage creatures known as werewolves. The villagers lived in constant fear, for there was no telling who among them held the monstrous curse. It was said that when the full moon rose high in the sky, the afflicted would undergo a grotesque transformation, their human form yielding to the primal instincts of a wolf. One autumn evening, a traveler named Ethan arrived at the village, seeking shelter from the biting cold. Ignorant of the village's hidden horrors, he was greeted with wary eyes and hushed whispers. Though echoes of fear reverberated throughout Blackwood, Ethan's curiosity compelled him to uncover the truth. As the days passed, whispers turned into tales of horrific encounters. Villagers spoke of the blood-curdling howls that pierced the nights and the grisly remains they discovered at dawn. Fear clung to them like a second skin, haunting their every step. Driven by an insatiable thirst for answers, Ethan delved deeper into the mystery. He studied ancient tomes and sought out the village elder, hoping to uncover the truth behind the curse. It was then that he stumbled upon an old journal, its pages filled with the testimonies of those afflicted by lycanthropy. Buried deep within the journal's pages, Ethan discovered a ritual, whispered to lift the curse from any who dared try. That ancient text spoke of a sacred amulet hidden deep within the heart of the forbidden forest, capable of harnessing the moon's power and breaking the werewolf's eternal cycle. Undeterred by the danger that lay ahead, Ethan volunteered to embark on this treacherous journey. Armed with the knowledge from the journal, he ventured into the dense thicket, each step stirring eerie echoes in the moonlit night. As night fell and the full moon cast its eerie glow upon the forest, Ethan's heart quickened with anticipation and trepidation. The haunted silence was shattered by the bone-chilling howls that surrounded him. Shadows danced between the trees, and the scent of imminent danger permeated the air. A relentless pursuit ensued as Ethan weaved through the labyrinthine pathways, narrowly evading the wrath of the werewolves. He fought off his instincts to run, to hide, for he knew that the precious amulet was his only hope. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Ethan stumbled upon a forgotten temple, hidden beneath a canopy of ancient trees. Its stone walls whispered cryptic messages, remnants of a forgotten era. Within its depths lay the amulet, its ethereal glow beckoning to him. But as Ethan reached out to claim his salvation, the ground beneath him trembled. The werewolves had caught up, encircling him in a predatory dance. Their feral eyes bore into his soul, hungering for blood. In that moment, Ethan realized the sacrifice he had to make. Summoning his courage, he brandished the amulet high above his head. A blinding light erupted, forcing the creatures to retreat. The power of the amulet surged through his veins, and a transformation began to take hold. Gone was the feeble traveler, replaced by a creature of strength and dominance. The werewolves watched in awe as Ethan embraced his new form, fully assimilating into their world. He had become their savior, breaking their eternal curse and granting them a glimmer of hope. But the story does not end there, for the nights grew longer, and the shadows deeper in the village of Blackwood. As the moon waned, new victims succumbed to the curse's clutches, ensuring that the legends of the werewolves would continue to haunt the village. As the moon waned, its silvery glow fading into obscurity, the village of Blackwood fell deeper into the clutches of the werewolf curse. Fear plagued the hearts of its residents, their nights filled with restless sleep and lingering nightmares. Ethan, now a part of the pack, became torn between his new existence and his memories of being human. He grappled with the primal urges that consumed him during his transformation and the remnants of his past life that clung to his consciousness. The villagers, unaware of Ethan's existence among them, devised a plan to rid their community of the lycanthropic scourge. Whispers of an ancient talisman hidden deep within the village's forgotten catacombs reached their ears, promising a means to end the nightmare that plagued their lives. A group of volunteers, brave yet trembling, embarked on a perilous expedition into the depths of the catacombs. The air grew heavy with the stench of decay, and the creeping tendrils of darkness seemed to whisper their impending doom. As they ventured deeper, the walls closed in, narrowing the passageways into claustrophobic tunnels. Ancient artifacts lay strewn across the floor, remnants of a forgotten era, a chilling reminder of the dark forces that permeated the village's history. One by one, the villagers succumbed to the eerie atmosphere. Paranoia seeped into their veins, and whispers of shadows moving in the corners of their vision echoed through their minds. The talisman seemed tantalizingly close, yet the catacombs were like a labyrinth, teasing them with glimpses but leading them astray. Darkness enveloped their souls, and before long, the transformation began. One by one, they felt the surge of power course through their very being, their humanity melting away into the ferocious hunger of the werewolf. The pack grew stronger, yet more ravenous. Unbeknownst to the villagers and even to Ethan himself, an ancient curse had awakened within the talisman. With every touch, it fed on their fear, their desperation, and their longing for salvation. It craved the chaos and devastation that the werewolves would unleash, and it thrived on agony that only the afflicted could provide. As the full moon ascended once more, casting its dreaded light upon the village of Blackwood, the werewolves prowled the streets with renewed fury. The villagers' screams filled the night air, their pleas for mercy falling upon deaf ears. Ethan, caught in the midst of this calamity, struggled against the beast within. His conscience tugged at him, reminding him of his initial mission, to break the curse and free the village from this unending nightmare. But the talisman's malevolent influence was too great, keeping him enslaved to his monstrous form. The village became a scene of carnage and despair, its residents torn apart by the frenzied violence. The scent of blood permeated the air, seeping into every nook and cranny, an unmistakable reminder of the savagery that had enveloped Blackwood. With every passing night, the werewolves grew bolder, their transformation lasting longer, their control over their human selves more tenuous. The curse had taken hold, plunging the village into an abyss of unrelenting horrors. In the depths of the night, with the moon hanging low, the once tranquil village of Blackwood succumbed fully to the clutches of the werewolf curse. The carnage unleashed by the pack knew no bounds, and the streets ran thick with the blood of the innocent. Ethan, trapped within the torment of his lycanthropic form, was consumed by an insatiable hunger that gnawed at his every fiber. His efforts to resist the beast were in vain, as the talisman's curse had bound him tightly, choking any flicker of humanity that remained within him. The village lay in ruins, a twisted tapestry of broken homes and shattered lives. The werewolves reveled in their newfound power, their feral eyes glinting with a sadistic delight that sent shivers down the spines of anyone unfortunate enough to witness their heinous acts. Days turned into nights, and the screams of the villagers became nothing more than haunting echoes amidst the desolation. The talisman, sated on the anguish it had wrought, slumbered in the darkest recesses of the catacombs, its power unrelenting and unyielding. As the moon waned, its radiant light grew feeble, whispering the fate of Blackwood to the abyss. The werewolves, their humanity lost forever, prowled the village ceaselessly, their predatory instincts honed to perfection. Outsiders who stumbled upon the forsaken village were met with a gruesome demise, their pleas for mercy met with the savage fury of the pack. Legends of Blackwood spread like a cancer, warning others to steer clear of this accursed place. And so, the village of Blackwood became a haunting tale passed down through generations, its name whispered in hushed tones, its memory etched into the annals of darkness. The talisman, forever bound to the curse it had unleashed, remained hidden, awaiting the touch of another unsuspecting soul. For Blackwood was a place where nightmares were born, their vile tendrils seeping into the very core of existence. Its residents, now trapped in an eternal cycle of agony, surrendered to the maddening dance of the werewolves, forever forsaken in their cursed forms. A shroud of dread settled over their abandoned village, its streets forever stained with the immeasurable horrors that had transpired. And as the moon hid behind a shroud of clouds, Blackwood, the place where fear had taken hold, sank deeper into the clutches of darkness.